Trust is the glue that holds relationships together. But after an affair or infidelity happens, it can feel impossible to fix. That's where most people get stuck. They try to jump straight to solutions without laying any sort of groundwork. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 essential steps to rebuild trust after an affair or cheating. So once trust is broken, you'll likely notice constant suspicion, frequent arguments, or a feeling of emotional distance. And these are signs that the foundation of your relationship has been shaken. So let me walk you through the 5 steps that can help you rebuild trust, starting with comfort and ending with credibility. So you might be wondering, how exactly do these 5 steps work to rebuild trust? Well, let's break this down one by one. Each one of them is going to be supporting the next one to create a strong foundation for your relationship to grow back. So step 1 is to create comfort. This is where it all begins. After an affair, the emotional landscape can feel like a minefield. Creating comfort is all about establishing a safe space where both partners can let their guard down. But it's not just about physical comfort, but emotional comfort. You need to be able to feel at ease in each other's presence without fear of judgment or rejection. So it's really, really crucial to cultivate this comfort for your partner to be able to start rebuilding that trust again. So right now, if your partner is showing maybe like toxic behaviors or lying or shouting or has a lot of strong emotional feelings that are happening, this is because they don't even feel this baseline of comfort speaking with you. They don't know how you're going to react. They don't know how to express their feelings. They don't know how to respond right now. And it's because they don't even feel this comfort to be in the same space as you. And that's how damaged this trust is right now. So without this baseline of comfort, it's nearly impossible to move forward. You know, you can't have meaningful conversations or work on rebuilding trust if you're constantly on edge around your partner. So it's important to focus on creating this environment where your partner feels safe to be able to express themselves without fear of any sort of negative consequences. Only once you've established that comfort zone, then you're ready for step 2, which is to build connection. So building connection is about finding the common ground and these shared experiences, even if you maybe haven't experienced the exact same situation. You know, after an affair or cheating happens, your partner is going to be feeling a lot of things and they're going to feel very isolated. So being able to build this connection and being able to show your partner that you are connected, even though you haven't experienced the exact same thing that your partner has experienced, you've experienced similar situations and you can relate. This connection, when it comes to rebuilding trust, means that your partner is going to be able to feel like you're actually on the same wavelength and that infidelity happened. You're not just 2 different people occupying the same space anymore. You actually are similar people despite the actions that have happened in the past. You start to rebuild that connection of 2 people who can resonate with each other's emotions and experiences. And this connection forms a bridge between you and allows for deeper understanding and empathy. And as you build this connection, you naturally move into step 3, which is cultivating compassion. And this step is really crucial because it's where you start to heal the wounds that have been caused by the affair. So compassion isn't about, feeling sorry for your partner. It's about truly valuing their perspective and emotions. This enables your partner to feel right now that they are an equal within this relationship. Their ideas, their perspectives, their feelings hold value, hold weight, and they are equal to you. Because what they might be feeling is that they are not equal to you, whether it's you don't see them as equal or they don't see themselves as equal because of what has just happened, because of the affair. When you cultivate compassion, you're basically telling your partner that their feelings matter, that their hurt is valid, and that you're committed to taking the time to address their pain and be there for them. And these steps help to restore the balance in the relationship that might have been thrown off by the affair. And just before I jump on to the next step, if you do want more videos like this, then feel free to subscribe to the channel for new videos every single week. So as this compassion starts to be established, you can start to move on to step 4, which is to grow comprehension. So this step is about deepening your understanding of each other. So it's not enough to just listen. You need to truly comprehend what your partner is saying and what your partner is feeling. So comprehension is that feeling that you are understood, that what you're saying, what you're feeling makes complete sense. And this step can be really challenging, especially when dealing with the complex emotions that come after infidelity. You might end up hearing things that are really hard to process or accept, but growing comprehension means pushing through that discomfort and truly taking the time to understand your partner's perspective right now. And as you start to build that comprehension, finally, we come to step 5, which is repairing credibility. So this is where the previous steps all start to come together. Credibility is about a consistent effort and showing reliability. So it's not enough to go through these steps once. You need to demonstrate through your actions that you can be trusted over time. So repairing credibility means showing up every day, being consistent in your words and actions, and proving that the changes you've made are lasting. It's about rebuilding trust through repeated, reliable behavior. And you may have noticed that each of these steps builds on the previous one. And this creates this solid framework to rebuild trust. but you can't skip steps or rush through them. Creating comfort lays the groundwork for building connection. That connection allows you to cultivate compassion. And then with compassion, you can start to grow comprehension. And all of these together help you repair credibility. And you might find yourself cycling through these steps multiple times as you work to rebuild trust. But that is completely normal because healing after an affair, it's not linear and there's going to be setbacks along the way. You might be wondering to yourself, what specific actions can I take for each of these steps? Well, let's break each one down one by one and start getting practical. So for step one, it's all about making your partner feel emotionally safe. This is about creating a judgment-free zone where they can express themselves without any sort of fear. This is being able to start conversations to address the affair specifically, the emotions behind it, and what your partner is feeling about this whole thing right now. And during this time, try things like active listening without interrupting and validating their feelings. Remember, comfort is the foundation for everything else. When it comes to building connection, think about shared experiences, share personal stories that relate to what your partner may be sort of going through. But don't use this as a sort of a comparison or a competition, more of a small way to sort of relate to maybe the feelings that your partner is feeling right now. So they don't have to be direct comparisons. You don't need to have gone through cheating before. Being able to at least show up understanding to your partner that you have a baseline understanding of what they may be going through right now, that their experience is normal. But to also build connection, you can still engage in activities that you both do together. This also helps to build that connection and build that trust forward. But along the way, it's still important to make sure that you're still also dealing with step one, which is showing them that you can empathize with their emotions and helping them to feel comfortable with you. And this helps to start to bridge the gap between you both. Cultivating compassion is where you really show your partner that their perspective matters. This is practicing listening and offering genuine support for their feelings, no matter what that support looks like. This is being able to show up in conversations and showing to your partner that you value their viewpoint. Taking the time to listen and take their viewpoint as an equal to your own viewpoint as well. You know, compassion is about that feeling that your perspective is valuable and equal. So it's important to show to your partner that you do value their perspective and their individuality as a person. And this means allowing your partner to speak without interrupting or jumping over with your own opinion, showing them that their perspective and what they have to say is valuable and equal to yours. And then this leads on to growing the comprehension. So focusing on truly understanding your partner. So asking for clarification when you feel unsure, paraphrasing what they've said to confirm that you've got it right. Being able to ask these questions and digging down into what your partner is saying shows your partner that you are taking the time to try to understand them. When your partner feels that you're actually taking an interest in what they have to say and understanding where they're coming from, this starts to rebuild that trust because they can see that you're taking a genuine interest. And this step is really crucial for making your partner feel heard. So it's important to start crucial conversations with your partner in order to address their feelings about the affair itself. And having these conversations with your partner are the skills that I work on with all of my successful Ultra Normal members. So if you want to join us, then sign up for the free relationship bootcamp where you'll learn the same steps to start turning your relationship around today. Click on the link in the description to grab your spot. So now that we've covered specific actions for each step, let's focus on the final and most crucial step. This is credibility. This is where the rubber meets the road in rebuilding trust. Repairing credibility is not just about saying the right things or making promises. It's about consistently demonstrating your trustworthiness over time. Think of credibility as the keystone that holds all of the elements together. Without credibility, everything else can crumble. You know, you can perform steps 1, 2, 3, and 4 occasionally, and it can be very easy to do. The credibility comes in is where you're doing it consistently over time. As soon as you stop showing credibility, this is where the trust will crumble back down to zero again. The thing is, you can't fake credibility. It requires genuine internal shifts and a long-term commitment. One moment of losing your cool or reverting to your old patterns will undo weeks, months, or years of progress. And that's why it's so challenging and why it's so crucial. When you change your beliefs about trust, about your own actions, about your relationship, and about yourself, that's when lasting change happens. Credibility is about making sure that you are managing your emotions. You know, one quick flying off the handle in the middle of a conversation is going to destroy all of that trust all over again. So if you do want a deeper dive into how to handle your emotions during this period of rebuilding trust, then I'll leave you with this video right here. So I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you over there.